and the meditation. We'll be practicing the meditation technique that we started on Friday. This is going to be the first of a number of steps in the meditation on the central channel. The meditation is sometimes referred to as central channel yoga. I'll provide guidance. So why don't we go ahead and settle into a comfortable meditation posture? And after you have done so, using whichever method you find most effective, please allow both your physical body and your mind to start to settle and rest. And then in your own time, transition into meditation on the inner body. There is a subtle aspect of the inner body that is known as the central channel. The central channel originates at a point in between the eyebrows, arches up to the crown of the head, and descends in a straight line down through the center of your body, terminating at a point in between your sit bones. Your central channel is straight, like the trunk of a plantain tree, it's said. Your central channel is about the width of a drinking straw, and the walls of the central channel are soft and supple, like the petals of a lotus flower. Energy winds, sometimes called prana, sometimes called chi, flow through your central channel. And by moving these energy winds up and down your central channel, you can facilitate both emotional and physical healing. So to practice the yoga of the central channel, I'd like you to please observe the sensation of air moving across the tips of your nostrils as you inhale, and further observe prana moving fluidly and effortlessly down through your central channel, down to a place in between your sit bones, and then observe that prana moving back up through your central channel to the crown of your head and to the point in between your eyebrows with each exhalation. On the subsequent inhalation, allow the prana to move up to the crown of your head and then back down through your central channel. And just gently repeat this pattern for a few moments. As you become more familiar with this practice, you will get to a place where your breath and the movement of your energy winds are perfectly linked. With no effort on your part, the prana moves down to the lower end of your central channel with the inhalation. And with each exhalation, the prana will move easily and instantaneously up to the upper point of your central channel. And when that point is reached, when you reach the point of practice where the breath and the movement of your prana are perfectly and inseparably linked, your job then becomes to simply observe. But for now, it may take a little bit of deliberate application, and this is perfectly fine. On the inhalation, observe prana moving down to the lower end of your central channel, to the point in between your sit bones. Subsequent exhalation up to the crown of your head and then down to the point in between your eyebrows. And continue to joyfully repeat this pattern. Now, very gently, very, very gently, please begin to allow your consciousness to become less absorbed. Become aware again of this entity that is labeled your physical body, and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of your body. Become aware again of the surroundings inside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware again of clouds, of blue sky beyond the clouds, of outer space beyond the blue sky. And you can know, of course, that you are not these phenomena, nor are you separate from these phenomena. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation to world peace. May all beings, without exception, enjoy an abundance of pure air and water, delicious, nutritious food, safe, warm, dry, reliable, affordable shelter, and comfortable, functional, attractive clothing. And with everyone's basic needs met, may we all enter and progress on wisdom paths that lead to complete and permanent liberation from suffering. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that these very early meditations on the central channel are enjoyable for you. It takes practice. It takes practice. And for a lot of us, this is our first time working with some of these subtle components of the inner body and just exactly what those more subtle components are. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. Before I do, I just want to provide a little bit of a review of what we discussed last week to set some context for this morning's class and moving forward. Very soon, we are going to be moving into, whoops. There I am. Don't know what happened. Let me just change this. There we go. Very soon, we are going to be moving into teachings on the 6 perfections, also known as the 6 paramitas. The 6 perfections are the 6 practices of the bodhisattva, one who aspires to become a better person, to become a better human being, perhaps even attain full enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. The 6 perfections are patience, effort, concentration, wisdom, giving, and moral discipline. Those are the 6 perfections, and they are the practices of the bodhisattva. The majority of our class on Friday, I spent talking about the importance of intention, the intention for learning these practices and engaging in them, and talked a lot about love, about the importance of love and the fact that it's what we all really seek at the end of the day. It's kind of the only thing that matters, to love and be loved. We can get distracted by different worldly activities, by different material pursuits, the worldly concerns. But ultimately, what we really want is to love and be loved, and real spiritual practice, regardless of the religion, regardless of the sect of spirituality, if you will. I mean, it all comes down to loving more people, more purely, more unconditionally. And, for that matter, talking about loving more people talks about expanding our circle, expanding the circle of people for whom we wish happiness. That's love, wishing for another's happiness. But let's not forget, while we're expanding our circle, let's not forget to share some of that more purified, more unconditional love with those who we're already close with. Our domestic partners, our spouses, our children, parents, siblings, everybody. So both existing and newcomers to our circle of love. Let's develop an aspiration or an intention to make more pure and more unconditional our love for them. And that will guide us in our learning and practicing the six perfections. My teacher, Geshe Kelsang Gyatso, is very clear on this point and very succinctly powerful. He says, when we change the object of our cherishing from ourself to others, all spiritual insights will come easily and naturally and quickly. So that's another way of saying, if love is our intention, then spiritual insights will come quickly and easily and profoundly. So the importance of intention can't be overstated. So this business about central channel yoga, let me just preface by saying that there are many layers to this practice, this body of teachings that include teachings on energy winds, channels, and what are called chakras. My teacher wrote an entire book on essentially channels, winds, and chakras, and how our harnessing the energy of our winds can accelerate our spiritual practice and our progress on the path. So I think, and by the way, for those of you who are pragmatic, Aries, kind of linear thinking people like me, and sort of say, well, like these channels and chakras, and I've heard them talked about before, but I feel pretty confident that if somebody were to perform surgery on me and sort of cut me open, they wouldn't find any channels and chakras there. And to that, I would just say, I just invite you to revisit the teachings on emptiness, and on the YouTube, on Lotus Center's YouTube channel, in particular, 2 recordings of previous classes, one called Form is Empty, the other is called Emptiness is Form. You might find it beneficial to go back and review those teachings on emptiness. And it's a funny thing. I kind of, when we go into some of these subtle topics, such as channels, winds, and chakras, or future lives, I kind of fall, past and future lives, I often fall all over myself trying to develop a reasoning for it and a basis for it, and kind of cultivate an open-mindedness for us as we consider some of these subtle topics. And invariably, most people just go, why is he spending so much time on this? I'm down with past and future lives, right? I've got this chakra stuff. So maybe I'm just pacifying myself. I don't know. But if you need kind of more definitive explanations, get in touch with me. And again, go check out those 2 recordings, Form is Empty, Emptiness is Form, on the YouTube channel. So if you have ever been to an acupuncturist, then you are familiar with prana, or what acupuncturists call chi. They are energy winds that circulate through the body. And I think that most of you, if you have been doing the meditation on the inner body, have had an experience of energy, maybe energy winds moving through your body. I mean, if you've been doing the practice, then I feel fairly confident that you know that there's more going on inside the envelope of the skin than just flesh and blood and bones. There is subtle movement, subtle activity taking place, and that subtle activity often can be attributed to prana, or again, what acupuncturists call chi, energy that can be moved to different parts of the body to facilitate physical healing as well as emotional healing. That is to say, to overcome delusions and to help cultivate beneficial states of mind that are beneficial to both ourselves and those around us. And that is going to be the focus of our work on central channel yoga and secondary channels. So as I said in the meditation, central channel begins at a point in between the eyebrows, arches up to the crown of the head, and descends in a straight line down through the center of the body, terminating at a point in between your sit bones. Central channel is about the width of a drinking straw. The walls of the central channel are soft and supple like the petals of a lotus flower and are pale blue in color. The outside of the walls of the central channel, pale blue in color. That's the main channel that moves through the body. And there are what are called secondary channels that help deliver prana to, or chi, to the extremities of the body. Internal organs, there are secondary channels that go through the arms and legs to the tips of our toes, all throughout our face. These are called secondary channels. The junctions for which are called chakras. Chakras, the translation for chakra is channel wheels. Channel wheels, they are junction points along the central channel from which secondary channels branch out and enable the delivery of chi to different parts of our body. As I say, there are many, many different chakras located along the central channel and chakras located along the extremities too, but the big ones that get most of the attention are a chakra at the point in between the eyebrows, at the crown of the head, the throat, the heart chakra, the navel, a point 4 finger widths beneath the navel, and those are the main chakras. The main chakras, like 4 finger widths beneath the navel. Okay, those are kind of the chakras that receive most attention, and there are different emotions associated with different chakras. They're like, and we can think of them as branches. You can also think of them as energy centers. So as we cause our prana to absorb into these chakras or energy channels, there's almost a concentration of energy, and it can creates enhanced power. That's as good a way to put it as any. Through meditation, we can draw our winds inward into the central channel and into different chakras along the central channel to affect and enable emotional healing. Emotions associated with the navel chakra are often peace of mind, contentment, or on the other hand, if the winds are out of balance, or if there's a deficiency of energy winds in the navel chakra, anger and resentment and frustration. That's associated with the navel chakra. I bet you can guess what what positive emotions are affiliated with the heart chakra, which is where we are going to do most of our initial work. The feelings of love and compassion. the feelings of love and compassion. We draw our winds gently and skillfully into our heart chakra, since our heart chakra is the seat of love and compassion. We can actually give rise to an enhanced levels of love and compassion, which brings us back to the intention for us going along the path of the Bodhisattva and practicing the 6 perfections. That's like the world's shortest review of channels, winds, and chakras ever. Like I say, my teacher wrote an entire book on this. Don't tell him I tried to cover it all in 15 minutes. Anyways, I don't think he'll disown me, but he might have some choice words for me. Anyways, we're out of time. We're going to continue to practice central channel yoga. And over time, maybe within the next 3 or 4 meditations, we will develop practice and experience of moving our winds into our heart chakra and activating these emotions of love, making them more powerful. It's a beautiful practice, and I really, really hope you'll enjoy it. Okay, have a great week, and thank you for being here, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jeff.
Jeff. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks,
You're
Jeff.
welcome.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're most welcome.